The demolition of a property belonging to the brother of Labour Party leader Peter Obi has sparked a debate online regarding the controversy surrounding property rights and the rule of law in Nigeria. On Tuesday, Peter Obi stated that his younger brother's company's property in Ikeja, Lagos was demolished without a court order or proper notice, despite efforts to intervene and seek an explanation. No legitimate reason or authority for the demolition was presented. Peter Obi said that the court judgment shown to him was against unknown persons and squatters and did not specify his brother or the property, nor did it contain any demolition order or permit. Well, let's take a listen before we take some reactions. Of the press, and he had detailed the reason. He came into from Abuja to Lagos, where he got a call from his brother saying that the property was demolished without any prior notice, and he's owned the property. His brother has owned the property since 2011. We have documents to show. He did send me. I did speak with Peter Obi this morning as well to find out if do we have the video? If we have the video, just play it, and then we'll come back for a discussion.
Is that how it come to work? It just came suddenly, started demolition. If my brother didn't have a brother like me, they would. He wanted to enter here. They said, no, you can't enter. We have court injunction. What about court injunction that allows somebody to enter into another person's property, refuse him for removing his things and everything, and demolishing everywhere? What about court injunction is that? This is a family property belonging to my brother. He bought this probably over 10, 15 years ago. Yesterday, he called me frantically. He said some people have just jumped into my property in Kenya and have removed the roof and are demolishing the property, and he doesn't know what is happening. When he asked them, they said they have a court injunction, that they've obtained court order, that they are the owner of the property. I said, can I see the court papers? I know who you sued. I saw the court papers, and he says they sued an unknown person. How can you say a house that has been built up is owned by an unknown person? Can you see the rascality in this country? Can you see what is happening in this country? And you are talking about foreign investor. Look at what local investor is investing. Look at what Nigerians have. Look at this rascality. I'm ready to. That's why I'm making it open. Let the owner come so we can meet and talk. Let him tell me how he got involved in this.
All right, Dr. Bati, you were just saying that these are straightforward legal issues. I don't know. I'm sure that I've shown you some of the documents that, I got to buttress his claim that he does own the property. And also we have another document, if you can pull up those documents, of the actual people who went to court to get an order for demolition. That's Peter Obi's brother's property, to show his deed of assignment. And, I don't understand how this happened, Dr. Abati. I'd like your comment before I take this reaction.
Okay, I'll just state a number of principles. What you are doing here, what we're dealing with here, is about claim with regard to property. Under the law of property, possession is 99% of the law. And Mr. Peter Obi pointed out that, look, his brother has been in charge of this property for over 15 years, which is to say that it's not a case of an abandoned property and all of that. Two, he says that the legal document that was shown to him was about an unknown persons, yes, who were involved in the litigation. There's no such thing as an unknown person in law. Even in criminal law, in corporate law, the locus classicus is a case called Solomon and Solomon. So even where you do not know the identity, where there is a corporate entity involved, as is the case in this, Nest Foods Limited, the principle in Solomon and Solomon, 1896. Every student of law of real property knows it. You can unveil, you can lift the veil. It's about lifting the veil. So why did the court not lift the veil in this particular matter to know who the real owner of the property is and who is in charge of in possession of that property at a particular time? However, there's another principle in law. That's why I say I'll just state principles. It is called ubi jus ibi remedium. Ubi jus ibi remedium says where there is a right, there is a remedy. If Mr. Peter Obi and his brother are saying that they have a right to the property, the appropriate place to go is still the same court of law to assert their rights and to prove their rights. So this is a matter for lawyers, to go back to the same court and say, well, this property does not belong to an unknown person. The unknown person exists. Okay, you have the duty to lift the veil. We have helped you to lift the veil. Then let the legal contest begin. But the general issue that can be discussed on television that Mr. Peter Obi raised is that if there is lawlessness, if you don't respect the rule of law, then you discourage investors. whether they are local, like his brother, running ensues, or they are foreigners. Because if they cannot buy property, they cannot invest in property, then anybody can just go to court and then relying on that allegation, that court process that can be challenged, then of course, business people would think that this is not an enabling environment. The responsibility of government, either at the federal level or at the state level, is to ensure the rule of law.
Yes.
Is to provide an enabling environment for business to thrive. Those points can be made at the level of argument, either by the litigant or on television. But the place to go to seek remedy is, in this particular case as in others, the court of law.
Yeah, and I believe that Peter Obi has gone to court at this point. But my issue really is the lack of due process. A property that has been there for 15 years, there was no contact made. Until now, I believe Peter Obi is saying that the person who ordered the demolition of that property has not reached out to him till as we speak at this moment.
The owners also sleep on their rights.
Yes.
There's also
no, I understand. I'm not. Yes, I understand that. But
the place to go is court of law.
Yes.
You know, with due respect, Dr. Bati, we talk like we don't know Nigeria sometimes, and that's the part I don't understand at this table. Is it not in this country, you and I know, that people will go and file a case in court? They will not allow the person involved know about it.
This is the issue.
They will fictitiously file it, and when it's almost time, they will just, maybe what happened last week. When they went to file another case against Natasha, it was just because a lawyer went to court that discovered them. They didn't serve them. It happens in this country. You see, when I was talking about institutional breakdown, people would think I'm just talking. But you and I know, so we can quote principle. Itasu sapanda, itasu kudotufa, latasu kalaka. I speak Latin from today tomorrow. But you see, the truth is,
I cannot take sides in a matter where
Dr.
I don't
Abadi,
know
I'm
the full
saying,
facts of the case.
I'm just laying the background. We can speak Latin from today to tomorrow. But you and I know the shenanigan that goes on in the legal process in Nigeria. So when we quote Latin, the truth has to be said. We need to be able to investigate this case
the issue.
And look deep. Because see, we are quoting Latin, Dr. Abati. Lagos State has now come out to say that it's not LAPSCA that did the demolition. So who did the demolition?
This is the question.
So if they carry police, go and demolish some of this property, when you are supposed to be having a back and forth in court, and Lagos State has come to say me on one bell. So like you quote Latin from today to tomorrow. See, Nigeria will turn your brain. Nigeria man, you're waiting. All we are just saying is that with due respect, Mr. Peter, we should go, like you said, he should not sleep on his right. He should go to court and be able to assert himself. Because he as a party, the next food as a party was not copied. The case was against unknown person. And you got police to go effect this and you effected the demolition.
Wait, I have
Lagos State regulatory body has said they have nothing about it.
Yes, they just
Nigeria will turn you mad.
So this petition was from Rose of Sharon Solicitors, and the person's name that was on it is Mrs. Deborah Olorunlogbo. I mean, Peter Obi is a public figure, and we have come out with this story. At least let us know really how this happens in Nigeria. I can't believe that I'll be waking up one day and then someone will just come and demolish my property. That's what it appears to be at this point.
No institutions.
It's not the only thing that is happening. It's not the first time. Also, I would like to take Betty Akeredolu's tweet. I'll read it in part. And she wrote, "My brother, sorry about what happened. Like Lagos, like Owo. We are in the season of demolition. It's happening because Guy men occupy positions. On June 21st, 2025, Lucky Ayedatiwa ordered the demolition of the monument built in memory of Owo Catholic Church massacre that shocked the nation on June 5th, 2022. What kind of leadership defiles the memory of innocent souls in such a callous manner? Lucky Ayedatiwa's demolition of Owo Church massacre monument is not only an act of profound insensitivity, it is a desecration of sacred ground. That monument was built by my late husband, Governor Oluwarotimi Akeredolu, SANCON, a son of Owo, was a solemn tribute to lives violently cut short in a house of worship. It symbolized collective mourning, remembrance, and healing. I mean, this was part of her tweet, and she's completely apt. How do you demolish such monument without due process? We have videos of the demolition, if you can put that up. And this is the sort of conversation. Because, it's an aberration. So, do you want to remove the memory that people died? Yes, this is the issue. That people didn't die? Yes, absolutely. Can you untie the people that died? Nigeria, man, you're worried. All right. So, if you say, oh, God. All right, we'll follow up on the story as always. Well, and we'll get Dr. Well, I guess we'll get an account of the people who sent those people to them.
Imagine that. This is what happened in a country of lawlessness, where there is no law, no rule of orders, no law, no respect for anybody. A lawlessness country. Yes, this is what happened, full of intimidation. This is what happened. What do you call this? Now, they are asking him to go to court. if the court respect rule of law, order, would they have given a judgment or injunction of somebody to go and demolish somebody else's house without the name of the person? The name, if you read the letter, I saw the letter, there's no name. They address it to an unknown. Then unknown person will not go to somebody else's house who has property, who has document. Peter B said, or his brother has all the document that qualifies anybody to own land properties in Lagos. He have all of them. So if the law respect if the court respect rule of law, respect order, will they have even done this in the first instance? But now the same court who have done this, now you're asking the same person to go to the same court. It has been concluded. This is institutional breakdown. Institutional breakdowns. This is what we have been doing, especially in Lagos State now, full of intimidations of the big boys. Now Lagos State governors, he doesn't know anything about it. Who is responsible for this? The the engineer who came to demolish somebody else's, he said he doesn't even know who sent him, who asked him to come and demolish. That is even the worst of it. You don't know who asked you to go and demolish house, or they sent you to somebody else's house, you mistakenly demolish this house, or how? And how can a court address, as in document, you see a document from the court on no person, go and check, is the name, instead of writing the name or the name of the company, is unknown. But they went to somebody's house to demolish. I will say we are living in the country, we have laws, and you want this thing, you want foreign investors to come here to invest in this country, and they are seeing this news. So this one is going everywhere. The whole world are seeing. Yesterday, Qataris people denying I think I heard before, they said Qatar, they want to invest in Ogun State. How many billions of naira? Now they deny, they say it's a lie. There is nothing like that to Qatar. They deny, they say it's a lie. They don't have any investment or plan to invest in Ogun State. With all this going on, if the court can do this, what do you expect? How are you sure if locally you can do this to intimidate your fellow Nigerians, investors, to intimidate them? How about foreigners? How about foreigners who just came in the name of business? I want to invest in this country. Who knows the document the court or the government is going to issue for them today, and another government comes tomorrow, say those documents expired. That's not the valid document. That's not what you need to hold this land. You don't have the right document to demolish your properties, your business. If they can do this to somebody like Peter Obi, who are you? You just sleep, wake up, before you come back, they demolish your house. Especially if you have land, you have properties in Lagos, you live in abroad. This one now, they run the business. So somebody occupied this for 15 good years. It's not as if it's been abandoned. All right. So if they can do this to a properties or business that have been running since 15 years ago, it's not as if it's the building or the company has been abandoned. There's somebody just want to take over. Now you live in abroad. I've said I've done something like this before. I said something like this. If you live in abroad, you have properties anywhere in Lagos. You have land properties. I would say make sure you have all the document to hold the property. Not just the document. Even if you hold the document, everything. Even if you have C of O, now in Nigeria, it's not even guaranteed that the property still belongs to you after the stress of you getting those documents. The C of O, the highest document to own properties in Nigeria is C of O. C of O. Even if you have that now, as it is now in this current government, your building can be taken over by the same government who issue you that C of O. Especially in Abuja now, we can revoke your C of O now. So it's not a new thing now. So it's not safe. Imagine. Anyway, please share this video and please subscribe to this YouTube channel.